Whether you are looking to become a web developer in the future or you are already a web developer, in either case this video is for you. In this video I will talk about 13 essential web development skills that every developer should know. These are the skills that will make you stand out in the world of web development. So the very first skill that you should be familiar with is HTML. Without HTML, we cannot build any website. It is just like the building structure or backbone of any web application. Now there is a lot to learn in HTML and new things are coming frequently as well. So to become a good developer, you should know the most used concepts in HTML, like you should know how to work with tables, creating forms, unordered lists. Moreover, you should be using the modern semantic tags than using traditional diffs to create a structure of your website. As HTML defines the structure of your web page, CSS adds style and layout. It's just like the interior decoration of your building. So without CSS, a website looks dull and boring. Now you don't need to master each and every aspect of CSS because the fact is that CSS is very huge. As a web developer, you need to understand how to lay out elements on the web page using Flexbox or Grid, learn how positioning and box model works, and that's it. You can also learn animations and transitions somehow, and by knowing these few things in CSS, you can create a decent website. Plus, you could also learn some of the most popular CSS frameworks like Bootstrap and Tailwind. However, I love Tailwind CSS because of its customization and control. On the other hand, websites built using Bootstrap looks pretty similar. Now the next skill that you should focus a lot and that is far more important than HTML and CSS is JavaScript. JavaScript is the backbone of web development. It brings your web pages to life. It's the programming language that enables interactivity, making your site dynamic and engaging. Every site on the planet Earth uses JavaScript to handle events, make API requests, talk to servers, and creating dynamic applications. Now again, don't go into complete depth of JavaScript. Instead, learn the most used concepts such as arrays, objects. Also learn modern JavaScript or ES6 and DOM manipulation. With this, you would be able to create modern and dynamic web applications. Now HTML, CSS and JavaScript works perfectly fine for small applications, but if your app becomes complex and huge, then it would be very difficult to handle it. So here comes front-end frameworks, or you can call them JavaScript frameworks instead. The most popular frameworks among them are React, Angular and Vue. Now these frameworks reduces the complexity, and by using these frameworks we can build applications much faster and with less amount of code. So that is why a lot of companies and individuals prefer these frameworks to create their own site. Now here I recommend React because it is the most popular and beginners friendly among all. As a web developer, you should definitely need to learn a front-end framework. Now at some point you will need to collaborate with other developers, or you need to save your code and share it with the world. Here Git and GitHub comes. Git allows you to track changes in your code, collaborate with others and never lose your work. And then once you are ready, you can push your code to GitHub and let people to give a star on your repository. So learn the basic commands to deploy your code, learn about branching and pull requests, and you are good to go. These days your website must look great on all devices. From mobile phones to desktops, responsive design ensures your site adapts beautifully to any screen size. So to implement that, you can use pure CSS as well as some advanced CSS frameworks like Bootstrap and Tailwind, which we have already talked about. Now as you know, if you are doing plain JavaScript, you don't get any errors in your terminal. Also with HTML and CSS, you are stuck at why the design is not matching your expectations. I also faced this type of experiences in the past, but with browser developer tools, everything becomes very simple. It helps you inspect, debug and optimize your code, making your development process much more productive. Now let's say you have created a website, but if it is not shown and indexed on Google search results, then how customers and users will find it? So here SEO plays the key role. SEO helps optimizing your website to rank higher in search results, driving more organic traffic. So for this you can learn and use basic meta tags in HTML, indexing your website on Google Analytics, and by writing clean code that search engine likes. Now let's say you have opened a shop and everything is going fine, but you forget to lock it at night. So there is a high chance of robbery. So similarly, web security is crucial. You need to learn how to protect your site from hackers and ensure that sensitive data is kept safe. Next, you need to have a strong knowledge in APIs and how to talk to server using RESTful APIs. This allows your website to interact with external services and data. Learning API will open a new world of possibilities and app ideas. Currently, ChatGPT's API is most used among different companies and individuals. As we know, speed matters, so we need to optimize our site for fast loading speed to provide our users a smooth experience. Now this includes minifying your code, optimizing images used in an application, and implementing lazy loading, etc. So always try to write clean and professional code and learn these optimizing techniques. Finally, learn how to take your website from your local machine to a live server, making it accessible to the world. So just learn and familiar with domain and hosting setup and making your website ready for production. Progressive web apps or PWAs are very common these days. A website is no longer just a website. If you take an example of freelancer.com, they have created their PWA and it gets downloaded in phone as a real native mobile application with all the features from push notifications to offline display. So to create a progressive app, you need to understand service workers and basic functions that comes with service workers. So understanding PWAs will open a new world of opportunities for you. Now this is going to be the bonus tip from my side, and that is keep learning. Because web development is an evolving field, every day new technologies and tools are coming having ambition to change the way how things work. So the most important skill of all is the ability to keep learning and adapting to new technologies. So we have reached at the end of our video, and that's it. These were the 13 skills that will not only make you stand out as a web developer but also helps you get your dream job. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow me for more exciting web development tutorials. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next time.